Sometimes in life, we focus so much on what we don't have that we forget the blessings around us. We chase more, while peace quietly slips away. But happiness isn't about having more. It's about appreciating what we already possess. Meet Daniel. He felt his life was ordinary, boring, and unfair. Every day, he compared himself to others and felt smaller, believing happiness was only for those with wealth and fame. He spent hours scrolling through pictures of people living perfect lives, while he felt trapped in his ordinary world. And with every scroll, his heart grew heavier with dissatisfaction. His mother often said, "Daniel, happiness is not about having everything. It's about being grateful for what you have." But he never listened. He thought she didn't understand the struggles of real life. One evening, Daniel came home frustrated, thinking, "Why does life always feel unfair? Why do others get everything easily while I struggle for everything?" His mother quietly replied, "Tomorrow, I want you to come with me somewhere." Daniel was confused, but he agreed, not knowing that this small trip would change his life forever. The next morning, they took a bus to a part of town Daniel had never visited. His mother remained silent, letting him wonder what awaited him. They arrived at a rehabilitation center, a place where people with disabilities learn to live and smile despite their struggles. Daniel felt uneasy, unsure what he was supposed to see. His mother introduced him to Mr. Joseph, a man without legs. Joseph's smile was calm, his eyes bright with life. "Daniel," he said, "I hear you feel unhappy. Let me show you a truth about life." Daniel felt awkward. He had never imagined that someone who had lost so much could look so peaceful, so happy. Joseph said, "I lost my legs 10 years ago. At first, I was angry at life just like you. I asked, 'Why me?' But I learned to ask the right question. What can I do now with what I still have?" Daniel listened. For the first time, he realized he had never thought about life this way. Joseph continued, "If you are not grateful for what you have now, no matter how much life gives you later, you will never feel happy." "I lost my legs," Joseph said, "but I still have my hands, my mind, my heart, and my faith. I did not lose everything. Life gave me a choice: complain or appreciate. I chose appreciation." Daniel's mind began to shift. He realized that all his complaints were about things he could not control, while ignoring the countless blessings already in his life. Around him, Daniel saw people with bigger challenges than his. Yet they laughed, they helped each other, and they celebrated life every day. And in that moment, Daniel understood that contentment was a choice, not a reward. On the way back, Daniel's mother asked, "So, what did you learn?" He smiled softly. "I learned happiness is not about having everything. It's about being grateful for what I already have." That evening, Daniel started small. He organized his room, looked at his old belongings, and felt a strange sense of peace. The things he once ignored now seemed valuable. He began appreciating his friends, his family, and the small joys of life. A warm cup of tea, laughter with loved ones, even a simple sunset. Daniel learned to pause, reflect, and say thank you for everything he had. Gratitude replaced his complaints. Peace replaced his worry. He realized that helping others also brought joy. Life's little blessings multiplied when shared, and he finally understood that true happiness was never outside. It was always inside. Daniel now knew the most powerful secret of life: be content with what you have. Not for others, not for the world, but for yourself. Gratitude was the key to peace, and peace was the foundation of happiness. No matter where life takes you, no matter how little or much you have, your happiness is in your hands. Appreciate, be grateful, and your heart will always feel full. Happiness is not in having more, but in seeing the beauty in what you already own. Your life is enough if you choose to see it that way. Every day, Daniel wrote down 3 things he was grateful for. Slowly, his mindset changed. Small things became precious. Ordinary days became joyful. He started giving, sharing, and spreading positivity. The more he appreciated what he had, the more abundance he felt in life, because happiness grows when gratitude grows. One evening, Daniel told his mother, "Thank you. I finally understand. Happiness was always here. It was just waiting for me to notice. A small flower, a kind word, a shared smile. These were the treasures he once ignored. Now they were priceless. Daniel realized peace comes from acceptance. Gratitude transforms ordinary life into extraordinary joy. He found that contentment is not a destination. It's a daily choice. Every morning, every action, every thought became a chance to be grateful. And now Daniel smiles every day, not because life is perfect, but because he chose to see the perfection in what he already has. He chose contentment. He chose happiness. Remember, real happiness is not in getting more. It is in loving and appreciating what is already yours. Start today. Be content. Be happy.